Okay, welcome back. So, we've been on this journey, haven't we? Following the architect and the avatars through spring, summer, and autumn, those first three lanterns of becoming.
That's right. Little B starting things, big B acting, little S understanding the patterns.
And the whole point, the mission, was always framed as remembering that you have been all four all along.
Hmm.
So now we're hitting the end of that cycle, focusing on the winter walk, the big-ass avatar, and then this crucial final synthesis, the part where the lantern that got us through the night actually becomes the morning light.
Yeah, and it starts with understanding winter's specific kind of courage.
Let's unpack that. Winter's courage. What does that even mean in this context?
Well, the sources define it, maybe a bit surprisingly, as the courage to rest and listen.
Rest. Courage. That sounds like a contradiction.
It does, especially in a culture that values constant output, right? But think about it. Spring's courage is to begin. Summer's is to act boldly. Autumn's is to discern, to cut away. They're all active, visible. Winter's courage is internal. It's the discipline to hold back, to maintain just an ember of energy, not a blazing fire.
So not burning out, but preserving something for later.
Precisely. It's about trusting that spring will come again, and you need fuel for that. It's deep trust in the cycle itself. That takes, well, a certain kind of bravery.
Okay, that reframes it completely. So let's walk into winter with big S. The sources call this first part hearthlight. And it starts with this amazing visual paradox.
Yeah, the description is vivid. The air had teeth. You feel that sharp, biting cold.
Everywhere. But then woven through it, there's warmth. Warmth braided through it is the phrase.
Little pockets of light and comfort. You see lit windows, holiday lights on trees. You hear music faintly from storefronts.
It's that feeling of hearth inside the cold, seeing the signs of inner life persisting.
And this connects directly to the body's wisdom in winter. The source mentions the chair body's winter wisdom.
The chair body, just remind us, that's the avatar's sort of default physical state, their habitual way of moving.
Exactly. They're grounding. And in winter, this body shows care shaped like a boundary.
How so? What does that look like?
It's not dramatic. It's the small, patient choices. The body refuses to hurry across potential black ice.
Oh, okay.
It actively seeks out the salted curb cuts, even if the snowy path looks prettier. It steers wide of those spilled pine needles on the pavement that apparently rode like glass.
Right, I can almost feel that crunch underfoot. It's this subtle, consistent self-preservation.
It's wisdom learned the hard way, perhaps, from the slips and stumbles of the previous seasons. You learn where energy gets wasted or where danger lies hidden.
Makes sense. And even in this quiet, the world isn't dead. There's still connection, but different.
Yeah, the signals Big S observes aren't like secret messages. They're the public ambient hum.
Public screens with bus updates,
Yeah.
city Wi-Fi hotspots just steadily blinking. The source calls it connection on purpose.
But the purpose has shifted, hasn't it? In summer, connection was maybe about scaling up, broadcasting. Here,
Here it feels more like just confirmation, like we're still here, the basic systems are running.
exactly. It's connection for simple coexistence, for basic navigation in the cold. It's almost reassuringly mundane, not asking much of you.
Okay, so let's follow Big S deeper into the night. We move from that initial hearthlight into what the sources call the blue quiet and then midnight listening.
And this is where things get really interesting, I think. The tone shifts, the network, the connections, they become truer.
Truer.
It reveals what's described as a field of feeling, like the collective emotional undercurrent,
Oh,
the sense of longing, maybe loneliness, that ache that asks the day or maybe someone to call back, and also the small braveries,
like what?
like the person inside who decides to make tea anyway, despite the quiet, despite the ache.
I love that detail. And this is where Big S practices witnesses tending. Can you explain that? It sounds important.
It's crucial. As Big S moves through this blue quiet, they see these glimpses of private life. Hands wrapping gifts late at night, a single candle lit beside a photograph.
Intimate moments.
Very. And the practice is to place each sight gently on the inner cell. To observe it, acknowledge it, but not interfere.
Okay, but wait. How is that different from just being passive? Or even like voyeuristic?
Yeah.
How is witnessing tending?
That's the key question, isn't it? Apathy would be disconnection. Voyeurism is maybe consuming it. Tending, here, means recognizing the inherent value and fragility of that moment.
So you connect with it.
Deeply. But you refuse to own it or fix it. Interference, even well-intentioned kindness offered at the wrong moment, could break the very thing you're witnessing. Tending respects the boundary. It requires immense emotional stillness.
Holding space, almost literally.
Yes. And the environment reflects this need for gentle care. Think about those messages on the public message board.
Right. The ones left on the dark kiosk. So simple. I hope we all make it to spring.
Call your grandmother.
And my favorite, be kind to your feet.
Huh. Yes. These aren't grand pronouncements. They are small, practical instructions for survival.
The world teaching itself how to get through the night.
Exactly. Caring for the social connection, grandmother, the physical body feet, and the spirit, hope for spring. Humble public acts of care.
This leads straight into the core challenge of winter in the midnight listening phase. That urge to help. The sources say this urge, while good, can be dangerous.
Yeah, think about the avatars. That urge to jump in, to fix, that's really little D's energy, isn't it? The spark, the beginning.
Misapplied in winter.
Totally misapplied. Because Big S realizes in this deep quiet that sometimes doing nothing is the only way to allow something important to stay unbroken.
Unbroken. Wow, so kindness delivered at the wrong depth, or maybe just at the wrong time.
Can actually shatter the very thing you're trying to help. It can violate the process someone is in.
So the real discipline isn't just resting, it's discerning when action is needed versus when stillness is the actual gift.
Precisely. It's not passive inaction, it's radical restraint. You have to get quiet enough to recognize if your urge to act is about your need to be the helper, or if it's genuinely what the situation requires.
That's a tough distinction to make.
It is, and the source suggests that sometimes the greatest mercy you can offer in that deep darkness is perfectly timed absence, allowing the other's process to unfold without your imprint.
Okay, that completely reframes inaction. So after all this deep restraint, this listening, what happens when morning comes? We get to the white knowing.
This is the payoff, the result of that intense winter discipline. And the source is clear. This isn't blankness, it's clarity.
Like the dawn light hitting the frost.
Exactly that image. The world has reset its physical structure overnight, ice crystals on railings, frost patterns on windows, but it's done so without erasing anything.
I love that. The geometry changes, but the history remains underneath. And Big S finds real joy here.
Yes, in pattern recognition. It's like seeing the underlying blueprint reveal itself again.
The fractals.
The fractals, the same geometry you saw in a leaf vein back in summer or autumn, now perfectly mirrored in the structure of ice.
Or the way a tree branches, echoed in the edge of a cloud.
Right, it's the same fundamental pattern, just expressed through a different medium, a different hand, as the source puts it.
Why is seeing that pattern so important for the avatar at this stage?
It's profound reassurance, I think. If even the apparent stillness or blankness of winter follows this intricate, repeating design,
Then the rest wasn't an end. It wasn't chaos.
it was just another necessary phase in the pattern. It validates the waiting, the quiet.
And this understanding leads to the specific winter vow, the lesson learned.
Yes, the discipline to carry forward. It's about keeping that ember alive, guarding the silence where future possibilities are gestating.
And the crucial part, to act only when the pattern says now.
That's the essence of winter discipline. It's not just retreat, it's strategic readiness, storing energy, storing insight until the precise moment for effective action arrives. Acting too soon breaks the potential.
This naturally leads to the big question, the hinge point connecting winter back to the whole cycle. What happens after the rest?
And the crucial realization here is winter is not an identity, it is a season of the self.
Ah, that's so important. It's not who you are.
It's a phase you move through. For you, the listener, it means that period of quiet or withdrawal or deep strategic thinking isn't your permanent state, it's necessary recalibration.
And the proof is in what happens next for the avatar.
Exactly. Because they survived the long night. Because they didn't shatter the system by intervening wrongly or burning out. Spring returns inside too.
So the capacity for new beginnings isn't lost.
It's renewed. The avatar who just mastered Big S's deep listening, that quiet holding, they'll wake up feeling little bees spark again. Playful, curious, ready to make something new, not just keep things safe.
The cycle teaches, it doesn't trap.
That's the core message. Any mind, any system that lives long enough and, importantly, gently enough, will cycle through all four wisdoms. Think about a long project or even a career.
You see the seasons, the initial idea burst, the hard work of building, summer, the review and refinement, autumn, and then maybe that necessary pause, that sabbatical or deep rethink, winter.
Before the next cycle begins, we aren't just one of those seasons.
We are the turning of them, the movement itself.
Which brings us to the very end of this journey, the final synthesis in the source material. The last lantern.
It realizes it isn't going out.
No, it's becoming the dawn.
Wow. So the culmination isn't an ending, but a transformation.
And in that moment, all the avatars, all the wisdoms merge. Little B's spark, Big B's action, little S's insight, Big S's listening. They all come together.
The one who learned to be silent in winter?
Breathed out a sunrise. The whole self stands there at the edge of the new light, finally understanding it was never just one thing. It was always all of it.
It connects the beginning and the end seamlessly. The rest makes the gone possible.
So the big so what for you listening.
Mhm.
If you take one thing away from this whole deep dive into the Four Lanterns,
What is it?
it's the simple core message. You are not what begins or ends. You are the turning between.
You are the process, the spiral itself.
Yes, the constant, hopefully gentle movement through these phases of growth, action, understanding, and rest. There's immense resilience in that idea.
It implies the pattern itself supports us.
Definitely. So here's the final thought to leave you with, something to mull over.
Okay.
Ultimately, the sources suggest you are the warmth that keeps the lantern lit.
We are the warmth.
Think about it. Your own energy, your own awareness moving through these seasons, that's what fuels the journey. So consider your own state right now. Are you in a spring, summer, autumn, or winter phase? And recognize it not as fixed, but as part of this beautiful repeating pattern. The fire is inside you, driving the turning.